Hey movement athletes, I'm Jesse. Welcome back to another video for our planche series. Today we're going to be showing you a planche workout, and what we've designed for you here are 2 supersets, each with 3 exercises, and they're going to hit all the different planche muscles, right? If we can kind of separate it into an upper body component and a lower body, and we've designed this workout to be in a particular order where one part of the body will be working and then while another part can be resting. So for example, if you're straightening the upper body, the lower half is resting, and then when we advance on to the next exercise, it'll kind of be the other way around. So that way it can be efficient, and ideally you'll go through each superset for 3 rounds before going on to the B, which is the second superset. So we're gonna show you all about it in the next segment. So performing this workout is gonna help stimulate all the muscles necessary for planches. So this is a great workout to do if you're on your planche journey, if you want a bigger chest, because it's going to be taxing your trapezius, deltoids, pectorals, biceps, and your core. So this is a great set of exercises to do on your planche journey. And to do this, I would suggest 2 times in the week. If you can split this up with a couple days in between, but at least 2 times in your week would be ideal. And then maybe adding a 3rd day of isometric holds on its own. So this is combined, this will be great to do for your planche journey. So the first superset will have 3 exercises, and A1 will be first with the weight plate over here. We're going to be doing a weighted shoulder flexion exercise. And then A2 will be a hamstring raise or a heel drive type exercise, which will involve this block for support and then holding onto this bar also for support. And then the 3rd exercise, A3, will be shoot throughs to a tuck planche position. So we're going to be introducing you to these exercises. We'll do all of the reps involved, and you can follow along as we do this one time through. So Jeremy's going to first start with A1 over here, the weighted shoulder flexion exercise. The first thing he's going to do is get his shoulders protracted, engage the core, squeeze his glutes, his arms are locked, and head is looking forwards. He's going to be lifting the weight plate 12 times, and we're going to hold the final one. So you can see he's doing a nice slow tempo, taking about 2 or 3 seconds to go all the way up through the range, and especially on the way back down. You don't want to rush that. More important to be slow on the way down for sure. So going for 12 reps, making sure that you have controlled regular breathing. You don't want to find that you're holding your breath during this exercise, and just smooth movements, right? His body is not really moving aside from his arms. His torso is staying the same. His head's not moving anywhere. His arms are not bending. He's not arching. So shooting for 12 reps, and we're going to hold the last one 3 seconds when we get there. So this is a great exercise because you're taxing the upper body for the planche without having to worry about balancing in it, right? We're just isolating the shoulders here. Okay, so now we're holding. I'm going to hold this for 6 seconds. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, relax. Great. So now, as I said, his shoulders are now going to take a little rest. So that means we can go right into the A2 exercise, which is the hamstring raise or the leg raise, or a heel drive. We have various names for this one. So he's going to be lifting his body up. We're going to go holding for 3 seconds, 5 reps. So you can see he's lifting up into the actual planche position. This is taxing the lower half of his body because this is what you need to do in your actual planche. So he's making sure that he's squeezing his glutes while he does this, working the back extensors, and he's not trying to arch, he's not trying to pike. Ideally, it's just straight out. This exercise can also be variable in how much of your body is on top of the box, right? If you have more of your upper body on top of the box, it's easier. And then as you get stronger, you can move more of your body, your lower body, off the box. And that way you have to work harder. So again, we can go right to the third exercise because his upper body is a little bit rested. And we're gonna go right into the shoot through to tuck planche. We'll do a similar format of 5 reps, hold each tuck planche for 3 seconds. So he's going from a tuck in the front to a tuck in the back that he's holding, right? Shooting forwards and then shooting backwards, holding for 3 seconds at a time, trying to get the hips in line with the shoulders. Arms are always locked, controlled breathing. This is looking really good. We're going 5 reps, 3 seconds apiece. Looking good. Excellent. Right, so you could take a little bit of a rest before going to the second round, but ideally you'll go through 3 sets of this. And of course, going right from A3 to A1 are a similar muscle group. So I would suggest maybe about 2 to 3 minutes of resting in between the third exercise to the first one. Or if you're going for muscular endurance, you can minimize that rest. But that wraps up the first round of the first superset for the planche workout. And soon after, we're gonna go into the B section of the planche workout. All right, so now we'll be going into superset B, which also has 3 exercises. First one will be a planche lean with some core tension. What we have here is a parallel and a scooter for this. So this could also be done with a physio ball or furniture sliders. Again, this is all variable. So the first exercise will involve these apparatuses. The second item, B2, will simply just be on the floor in a quadruped position, which is just being on the hands and knees. The third exercise is going to be a wall walk with a push-up, which will happen at the wall itself. So gather those items, and then we're going to hop into B1, which is the planche lean. So we're going to be shooting for 5 reps, leaning as far as possible in this exercise on both ends, and you'll see what I mean. So Jeremy's leaning as far as you can in the planche, and then keeping the same position and going all the way as far back as you can to get the front of his core. So you're getting the best of both here, right? So we're gonna try to hold for a couple seconds and then move back. This is the second rep, and we're going into the third one now, planche. And again, you can see his body shape. His upper body's rounded. Here is not sagging in the core. The tendency is most definitely to arch on really both sides of this. So you want to keep the exact same position on both ends. It's just really opening and closing the shoulder angle. Really nice. While the upper body is relaxing, we can now work towards the lower body. So we can go right into B2, which is the quadruped with some single leg movements relevant to a planche. So the first one will be extending one leg straight behind you as you would be in a planche, and then moving it to the side, just like it would be in a straddle planche. So this is going to be getting the gluteus medius mostly. It's a little bit of the back muscles. And it's important not to start to get crooked in this one. You might start favoring one side with your arms and you're leaning, but you really want to stay really stable here. We're going to be shooting for 8 to 12 reps with a nice controlled slow pace, hitting up the single leg planche position and the straddle planche position. And as always, breathing should be regular and full. So after that, of course, you need to balance it out and get the other side. So same idea, same exact thing on the other side. It's important not to have this leg drop, right? Especially when it becomes the straddle in the side position. You might tend to drop low, you might try to pike. Another tendency is to start arching in this position when the leg is behind you. The core will start to dip a little bit, and you want to try to keep everything pretty squared up and flat. So the third exercise in Superset B will be a wall walk plus a push-up at the bottom. So we're going to show you what this looks like. First starts off at the bottom, which is the straight arm plank position. And Jeremy's going to walk up the wall and walk his hands towards the wall into a handstand position, keeping a straight body line. And as he returns back to the bottom, he should make sure it finishes with the shoulders in front of the hands to get the full effect. And after he walks down to the bottom, he has the push-up and walks back up again. We'll be doing three reps in this particular set here. And we're gonna change the last one. So we'll repeat, we'll walk down the wall. Hands are walking forward. Notice his body line is straight, shoulders are protracted, arms finish in a lockout. Walking back up the wall to the handstand. And here's where we're gonna add another variation if you need some more difficulty. Right, let's give some more stress to the body. And you're gonna walk down to the pseudo planche position before walking all the way back down to the floor. Great. So those are a few variations within the wall walk itself that you can do. Of course, you could just do the wall walk without the push-up. We added the push-up at the very bottom, and then that other exercise was freezing the feet at the wall and then adding the push-up there. So that wraps up the third exercise in the B superset. In addition to the whole thing itself. That wraps up the third exercise in the B superset, and you would take a few minutes to go back to the beginning to the planche lean. But if you're feeling good and fresh, you can really go right back to it. So it's up to you on how you're feeling. But that wraps up the 3 exercises in the B superset, and that's the whole planche workout in a nutshell. So thanks for following along. I'm sure your upper body is really tired, and as well as your lower body, but after you recover and do this a few times in the week, then you'll no doubt be stronger for your planche journey. So thanks for joining. Hey movement athletes, real quick, if you want to get better with your calisthenics and bodyweight training exercises, we have an amazing free course on planches as well as other bodyweight training exercises. And this guide has the best tips, tricks, mistakes that you want to avoid, progressions and more. So make sure that you subscribe to our channel, like, comment, hit the bell for notifications, and make sure that you share with others. We want to make sure that we know what you want to see from us, engage with us, comment, hear about your updates, but enjoy the free course, and thank you guys.